Well, hi there everyone and welcome back to Infinity, where you find me hitting all the wrong buttons as per usual on top of a tree. It is a Biomes O' Plenty apple tree actually. You find me in that sort of gardeny biome. It's a bit of a way off to my base. My base is along the coast. My tiny stupid little house, is over there, but I am here, and the reason I am here is to find apples and apparently pears. I'm going to nick some pears while I'm here. I have this sudden great desire to grow an amazing orchard of every single fruit possible ever. Basically. Nothing at all wrong with that, but the main reason I'm here is not to fall off the side of that, it is to get down here, because, ouch, I am after, not duckweed, not algae, but this stuff, clay. And clay isn't that easy to find, as per usual. Let us just mine up a load of this, because as you might be able to guess, I have started the Tinkers stuff. I am going to finish the Tinkers stuff. Well, finish. I'm going to go on to the next stage of the Tinkers stuff, because great though having some stone tools is. Why on earth have I got my axe out? That sounds completely wrong. But having got my stone tools, I want to move on to at the least iron tools. Basically, I need the smeltery. To make a smeltery, you need to make seared bricks. To make seared bricks, you need to make grout. To make grout, you need to have clay along with sand and gravel. Now, to spare you the horrors of watching me dig for half an hour, I've got a load of sand and a load of gravel before the start of this episode. So it's just the clay I needed, and I thought you could suffer watching me dig out some clay. Not too many more, it's a decent amount, there isn't tons here. My inventory's probably filling up, isn't it? But I think that should be more than enough. Don't drown! I'm stuck underneath something. What am I stuck under? I'm stuck under a stupid tree. That is categorically the stupidest place to put a tree. Right, have a quick gulp of carrot juice because it is exceedingly delicious. And I think that is actually all the clay in the area, so let's get out of here. So there is a pig there with a wizard's hat on his head, which is actually quite awesome. I may become a mighty, mighty wizard. That's poison ivy, and I really don't want to stand on that. I've learnt that one already. What else is? I've just stood on some, haven't I? No, what did I stand on? Shrub? I stood on something. There is a curious hive. How very, very curious. So pear trees seem to be pretty popular around here. That is good. I've just popped a torch on the side of that one. I'll have that back, thank you. I also discovered this one on my way over. Look at this. It's a chestnut tree. I've not looked up all the recipes for chestnuts, but I'm sure there are some awesome ones. I've popped another torch on, haven't I? Come on down. Grab some apples. Ooh, on my way through as well. Probably not best to click them like that. There we go. What is that? Another gourd garden. It's cool, but my inventory, she will fill up remarkably quickly. Right, let's head on back home through here. One thing which would be really, really good to get would be Meadows Hive. We are in a meadows after all, would be to get some jungle trees. Because a lot of these things are growing on jungle trees. A wild carrot. The one thing which I am really starting to enjoy about Infinity is just how much incredible food there is around here. Here's the house. We are back at the house. You can see I've put a bit of a roof on. Don't fall into the ravine. It is just going to happen one day. Why does I build so close to a ravine? Yeah, the roof is on. It looks okay, it doesn't look too bad. It won't be... I probably won't live here for too much longer. I'd really quite like to do something with over there on that mountain. I've got this. This is one of the trees that I planted. It has grown spruce leaves with Pam's Harvestcraft maple base. There is actually thinking about that. I don't know for certain. Feel free to tell me in the comments. I bet there's some way to get maple syrup out of that. What else have I been doing? That's obviously all grown up. This is all growing along very nicely, and I am expanding my cotton production. There is a reason for that. You can see I am harvesting the cotton. But that will have to be for a later episode. If we come up here, do you remember that I was having problems with creepers dropping on my head? I found the reason. It was this. There is a cave running through the middle of this here hill. It is very, very annoying. So I've basically just lit the entire thing up, and that is all sorted. There's a load more gravel in here, actually. I shall grab that because I don't think I can have too much for my Tinkers Construct stuff. There we go. I have also in my hand picked up a load of sugar canes because I'd quite like to move the sugarcane farm up and around here because I came extremely close to falling into the lava lake. Whilst we're here, I just want to actually show you something which I did discover. I discovered a swimming cow. It was very exciting. But then I came back over here. Let's hop around, and is it faster to walk around the edge or try and go and swim? Because swimming is very slow. It was that area down there. Do you remember way back in probably about episode 1? I looked at that and said, wow, what's that? Well, I've been down to explore, and I've noted that the sign is still there, which means that a friend has not been around and or back. Which possibly means he isn't actually in this world at all. I really don't know. He clearly has a route into it because I guess he made it. Anyway, isn't this absolutely awesome? If we sink down to the bottom of the ocean, we see that it is a load of different coloured corals, some of which are growing, all different ones, blue ones, purples, some algae. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's a coral reef which I'm going to drown looking at. So I really like that. I thought that was awesome. As I do a great many things. Let's come out this way. Grab a bit more of the old sand whilst I'm here. And walk round this side of the hill so I can sprint basically and get back round to the front more easily. Past Super Scary Horse. Super Scary Horse is still there. He is still being super scary. It is what he does best. Right, around the back and back to mine base. Hoppingly. It is actually a really wide hill that you don't really realise until you try and come round this way just how big that hill actually is. Right, nearly there, here we are, and we are back. So what I want to do is to make up a smeltery. So a smeltery is a very, very easy thing to make, because all that you need to do is reform these into clay bricks, actually. I've got 3 clay. Does that mean I've missed one? I can't quite think. So that is a ton of clay. We mix that up with sand and gravels, and we get loads and loads of grout. I'm going to make up a stack of grout, which should be more than enough. I think I've made absolutely tons, haven't I? Way, way too much. Let's bring it all down here. And do a little bit of grout cookingness. So whilst that is just all cooking off, what I'm going to do is mix up some oaks with some apples to get some more apple saplings, and with some pears to get some pear saplings. And will it mix up? What can you do with these chestnuts? You can make... You can't make anything too awesome, actually, can you? Nonetheless, I want some chestnut trees. I'll probably just make 1 chestnut tree. because why the heck not? It is getting to be night. Right, where am I going to pop these down? I'm sort of... let's take this out and start as an orchard out around the back of the house, because I think that would constitute a very good idea. And then we can nip back in and have a quick kip. So, apple. Let's take this grass out a little bit. Where's my house? That's going to be pretty much where my smeltery goes, and I don't want to go too close to my smeltery. So, apple, apple. We'll space them, what, 3 apart, 4 apart? Grass, get out, me away. Something like that. A nice little square of them. Then a few of these. I'm going to get shot by a... I want a nice, neat little orchard, which is lovely and organised and gets constantly... Oh, grass, grass, grass. Go away, grass. Grass, grass, you are so annoying. Grass. Right, that will do. 5 that way. Pop you in there. Pop you in there. Yep, and finally a chestnut tree. Chestnut, you can... It would be dangerous to have it overhanging that. Actually, I'll push the chestnut back a bit. Chestnut, you can live down there. There we go. What have I picked up? Tons of rubbish seeds again. Right, get in and sleep, actually. Getting distracted again. I could pop this sugarcane in here and get a decent food source right by my door. Not that I don't already, and in the meantime I'm going to head on downstairs and have a quick kip. Right, how is my grout doing? I've got some seared bricks. Let's just quickly get rid of all this junk. Actually, that was a cotton seed, wasn't it? I might as well plant that. So, seared bricks, where are we going to actually build this thing? I'm thinking I'm going to build it out the back because I've got this stunningly beautiful area. Where is all my dirt? I've put all my dirt away, haven't I? Where is all my dirt? How can I have lost all my dirt? That makes no sense whatsoever. Have I just chucked it out my inventory somewhere? Okay, no problem. Because I'm going to have to actually chop down to build this thing. So where are we putting it? As I thought, we're getting a bit close to my orchard. I don't want to really build it right next to my orchard. That would be silly. Right, let's build it over here. Let's think, it's 5 by 5. I could... How about sinking it into the ground just here? That will do. So, we need a 3 by 3 little hole in the ground. Just like that. That is how it is going to be. It is going to live just exactly there because that's the perfect place. And that should give us a bit more dirt for hole filling purposes. Did I use it all when I was filling up creeper holes? I might well have done, because the creeper holes, they are very, very many. There we go, a much nicer back door. Right, what we need to do then is make up some stuffs. I don't think we need any more of that just for the minute. But what we do need is some of those. You forget just how incredibly few you actually get for your seared brick, don't you? I'm going to need tons of this stuff. Right. Get another furnace on the go, which will clearly want to live in that corner. get a load of coal into it, and get some more grout onto it. You are indeed grout. There we go, loads more grout. So seared bricks, obviously what you do is you fill in the base of a 3x3. This is going to be a 5x5 thing. And what I may need to do is just wait a few minutes whilst these things cook up. Okay, so welcome back. I have been furiously smelting things up. That will be the last one down there. That's good. You can see I've got more smelteries on the go. I've got one here which is just cooking me up some charcoal because I'm probably going to run very low on charcoal, basically. So that's a full stack of seared bricks. Right, let's see if we can do something with all of these. So things what I need. Obviously I need plenty of the seared bricks. I also am going to need a smeltery drain, yes, to get stuff out. I'm going to need some casting channels. That is wrong, isn't it? Let's head into Tinkers Construct. So what I'm going to need is, obviously I'm going to need a controller. There is your controller. We need a controller, a drain, and a tank. Wherever that is. Oh, here we go. Seared tank. There we go, so we just need some glass in that. So I'm just going to grab me some of the glass which I cooked up because I don't think I turned it all into glass panes, did I? Well, you can do some awesome things with glass panes actually, can't you? That's very cool, but what I need is some plain and simple glass. So let's just very quickly grab a piece of glass or two. And pop them somewhere where they will actually cook up. Which will be in there. Right, we are also obviously going to need the faucet, was what I was trying to make. Obviously it is like that. So just like that, I need to keep 6 of these to one side for my tank, and other than that I can make up a load of seared bricks, and that should be enough seared bricks, I think. Let us head out. The sun is going down, so let's just have a super quick snoozles downstairs. Just like that. I do like the way the Raise minimap looks, I must say. There we go. Head back upstairs. If you get in quick, of course, the monsters don't spawn. You can see that these things are starting to grow, though. We have an oak tree, and we have a pair of pear trees. Actually, we have 3 pear trees, even better. Right, seared bricks to make ourselves a 3x3 base. Get rid of all this grass around the edge, which is going to be very, 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 very annoying. There we go. So where do we want these things? We want... Please go away. Just please, please go away. Seared bricks going around like this. We really want it to be one higher, don't we? And we don't need them in the corners. Just like that. I think I shall put the seared tank on the side there. We can pop in a smeltery controller on the there. A seared brick in the middle and a smeltery drain just there. That leaves us short by 1 brick, which I believe can just go there. So that should be a fully functioning smeltery. It is, I think. It does not appear to have any things in it. And maybe because it needs to be 1 deeper, so I guess that means is that we are going to have... Of course, we do need a tank, don't we? That would be useful. That's what I was saving those bits for, wasn't it? Well done me. Right, so just a second whilst I repair this. Okay, so welcome back, and I have been and made up a load more seared bricks. That has all done. The glass is in my inventory, so I don't know what I'm looking in there for it for. So, glass with seared bricks either side, was it, to make the all-around, was it? Gets us our seared tank. The only other thing which we need is probably a load more of these, might just as well. 6, is that all that we can get? That is terrible. Right, I see its tank going in there. Okay, now it has switched on and will actually work. So what we need now is a bucket of lava to actually put in it. Unfortunately, we have plenty of lava down here. I say fortunately because I am so going to kill myself in it very, very soon. How are the trees doing? Oh, we've got some apple trees growing as well. That's good. We have us an orchard. They're a tiny bit closely spaced together actually, but hey. There we go. We have lava. We have a seared faucet. The only other thing which we're going to need is a casting table, and of course I have not got enough seared bricks left for that. So that'll be more cooking up, but I'm going to do that off camera. So, thank you very much for watching this episode, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I do hope to see you once again next time.